Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to She Boss Talk. I am Shante Roddy. I'm coming back again. This is for the latest stimulus update and news report regarding the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan, which is the historic relief plan for the American people and for small businesses. So do come on in as you're coming in. Do again say hello. Let me know who you are, what your business is. This is really important information that we need to make sure we keep in front of you because every day there's new things coming on, new things changing, new things rolling out. So we want to make sure that you stay in the know. If you're not already subscribed, do subscribe. Thank you to all of our subscribers. We just yesterday reached our 20,000 subscriber milestone. So we appreciate all of our supporters. We definitely want all the business owners to be able to get access to information, especially those in underserved communities, those that don't normally have access to the information. So I want to make sure I'm pointing you in the right direction, providing you with the right resources and tools so that you can get a financial lifeline for you and your businesses and also your families. So with that said, I'm going to get right into the stimulus update. Now, this is typically how I'm going to do it. I have a very busy schedule, but to keep up, what I'm doing is most likely as around 6 o'clock each day, I'll come on with the update. That's how things quickly things are moving. But as these larger small business grant programs are rolling out, I'm actually doing individual live videos on those specific grant programs because there's a lot to know, making sure that you all know what the program is, how much you can get, how do you qualify, what they're going to be asking you for. There's 2 unique programs that are being rolled out, and it could possibly be 3. They have some unique requirements that it's going to really take you extra time to make sure you have these things in place, that you get registered in the proper systems so that when the applications open, you'll be ready to receive them. Let me know out there that you can hear me and see me. Again, I want to always make sure the technology is working here. Okay. So for those of you, if you don't know, last week, Thursday, President Biden signed the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 into law. Okay, so Friday of last week is when the stimulus checks, these are economic impact payments, the one-time payment. This is the 3rd time they've done it. This is a $1,400 payment for individuals, $2,800 if you are a married couple, right? A family of 4 can get up to $5,600. So some of you, if you have already received your stimulus check, let me know in the comments. But the IRS, the Treasury Department, is taking a phased approach. So if your bank, please don't get upset with your banks and start closing your bank accounts because they really don't have any control over it. If you got it Friday, or if you get it Wednesday, you're getting your money. Just be patient, as I always say. I know I checked. They open up the Check My Payment tool so you can track the status of your payment. Now, for those that are expected to receive checks, they're still working on getting that information together. So you may not see information populate, but use the tool. I put the link. All the links are here in the description and the show notes so that you can check and see what the status of your payment is. Now, what I can tell you is that you click on Get My Payment. You will need to enter your social security number, your date of birth, and your address, and then you will be able to see a status. So when I did it over the weekend, and it said that mine is expected on March 17th. So I may see it in pending status on the 16th, okay? March 16th with a scheduled date of March 17th. So this one, it took a little bit longer, just a couple of days. I mean, I know everybody is needing the money, but just, again, be patient, check your status. And if the status changes, as they update their information, and it may just be based on how soon or how long ago you updated your information, right? So it's different for every individual. Just, again, use the tool. It's free on the IRS website to check your status on those stimulus checks. So they're very happy, excited to be getting this money out to you. Now, the person that will be leading the rollout of this huge effort, no, it's a huge effort, so it's going to take a lot. It's going to not a lot of time, but it's going to take a coordinated effort, logistically pulling resources together to roll out all these different programs. So you see, they did the stimulus checks. They will be also rolling out the childcare credits, right? The end of the childcare credits. They have unemployment that you has been extended to September the 6th, right? And then $300 a week in payments for those that are unemployed. Now, if you've already filed your taxes, they're saying do not amend your taxes for the hope of getting these extra benefits, like the tax credit, right? Or the tax-free benefit for unemployment. They're still trying to, that's part of that rollout, right? Figuring out how they're going to best do this with ease, right? So we don't want, or they don't want a lot of you all amending taxes, and they're not even ready. They haven't really decided how they're going to roll out these different programs. They're setting up the teams now. They've already began a nationwide outreach. President Biden and his team, let me just tell you, there is a new deputy director of the National Economic Council for the White House. His name is Barack Ramamarty, and they are actually hosting tomorrow a live Q&A that you can sign up for. Now, I posted on my page earlier on our YouTube wall and also our Facebook page. I will also put the link for you to sign up as a Google form. You could put any specific questions you have when you register for this live event. These events are very helpful because I know a lot of you all come to me with a lot of questions, and it's good to be on these calls. You can ask some specific questions. You can hear it from those that are leading the effort, what is coming and how this relief is going to be helpful to you and your business. Now, this rollout though, so they're introducing him, welcoming him. He's going to be answering questions. Now, the former director of the U.S. Economic Council, his name is Gene Sperling. Now, he is the one that is tasked with overseeing this entire rollout, okay? So I'm just monitoring him and his activities and what he's doing, any teams that he may be formulating to roll out these different initiatives. That's going to be important as well. I wanted to note also that the SBA, like all these grant programs that are being rolled out, like by the SBA is going to administer them. Know that the SBA grants is really not their thing. They're not really in the business of administering grant programs. They administer loan programs. So these things are new for them as well. And taking on the responsibility for like these new grants that are being rolled out. Again, setting everything up, making sure they have the proper systems, everything in place to really execute these programs properly to make sure you all get access to the funding as quickly as possible. Okay, so that's the stimulus checks. They're on the way. Okay, they're on the way. You probably already, some of you all got yours already. Unemployment is set. So there shouldn't be really any gaps. If you have any issues or challenges with unemployment, let me know. But if there wasn't a break like it was the last time where they took forever to pass the bill. So there is no disruption in your claim unless it's due to something else. Like we know fraud has been huge. So unless it's something like that, or you have some overpayment, have some other issue, then again, you definitely want to follow up with your state unemployment agency. It's specific to each state, just so that you're clear. Want to make a note here regarding Paycheck Protection Program. Okay, so we know the 2-week exclusive period for the 20 employees or less is over. So any eligible business nonprofit can apply. It's been expanded through the American Rescue Plan. An additional $7 billion has been added. However, I've noted before that they have not extended the deadline. So the deadline is 2 weeks away. Is March 31st. Now there is a big push. There's been conversations, bipartisan conversations and support to extend the deadline. But has it happened? It has not. Congress is supposed to vote this week on extending the deadline from March 31st, 2021 to May 31st of 2021. I would not wait. If you have not applied, this is you. If you have been in operation of your business as a gig worker, independent contractor, self-employed, small business, nonprofit, eligible nonprofit, 501c3, 501c6, and they've actually extended it to allow other nonprofits to be eligible for the program as well. Again, as long as you were in business as of or before February 15th of 2020, you can be eligible. And as long as you have a first draw 500 employees or less and second draw 300 employees or less, you can qualify for this program. You can apply with multiple lenders. I encourage you to do so. Even if you apply through the lender that we're using, DAC, I still encourage you to apply with other ones like PayPal or Square. Those fintech companies are really good, especially helping the minority and women, and the smaller businesses, because the banks tend to, or they were doing in the past, they like were putting their customers first, right? So that's to be expected. But during the exclusive period, that's when they had to only do the 20 employees or less. But start with where you have a relationship with your bank. If that's not the case, go to the fintech companies, apply with at least 2 or 3 and see which one approves you. And then go with that, sign the loan papers, get your funding, make sure that you're following the process to get 100% forgiveness, because that's what this program is about, to get 100% forgiveness, meaning that is a grant, is free money for your business. Okay. One of the challenges is, or one thing to note is that a lot of businesses have not submitted their paperwork to get full forgiveness. So if that is you definitely want to submit your information for full forgiveness. Anyone that was funded under $150,000, it is an easy one-page application. We have a YouTube playlist where I walk through the entire application, the PPP application and the forgiveness application. So just go to the video that you need, and there's most likely a video that will help you through the process. It's free. Just again, subscribe if you have not subscribed already, and find the video that applies to what you're looking for. Okay, so that's the Paycheck Protection Program. If you know entrepreneurs and small business owners, and it's millions that don't even know these programs exist, don't know that they qualify, they're not applying, please tell your people, your peers, your community of entrepreneurs and small business owners, tag them in these videos, share the video with them, and tell them, go watch this video, see if you're eligible, and apply. Because we can't force you. We want to get the information out there, but we can't make you do it. But why miss out on free money? Now, part of the funding, there's a little less than 200 million, maybe around 170 something million, that is dedicated specifically towards outreach to reach these underserved populations that still don't know about these programs. So it's not enough to put the programs out there and people not know about them. They're actually going to be doing some heavy outreach. I said they're going to be doing this live. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce is really great. They usually, like every Friday or every other Friday, have live Q&As that I always attend, or if I miss it, I check I go rewatch the recording. Up to date, latest information on changes, because they're one of our advocates advocating for us. They are one of the groups that help us get some of these new initiatives up and going. Okay, so that's important to know. Wanted to know too, because I received an email today from a farmer, okay, a minority farmer, and they asked me, are there any grants for farmers, Black farmers out there? So if you are a Black farmer, or you know someone who is in the U.S. or U.S. territories, there is a new grant as part of this stimulus package that is going to be rolled out. It is not rolled out yet, but it is a $5 billion grant for Black farmers. Okay. So if that is you or someone you know, please let them know about this information. Stay tuned. Once we get more information on that, I would definitely do a video on that specifically for farmers, because again, they have each individual programs and I want to make sure that you definitely know about them. Now, earlier today, in the afternoon, I said I'm doing individual videos. I did one on the targeted EIDL grant. If you missed that video, please go check the replay. There's still many of you all that are missing out on the grant. It's sitting in your inbox for weeks. And before you miss the deadline, go watch that video, go check your inbox and your spam folders, and make sure there's not a email from the SBA. I go through what to look for. If you think it's a scam in your inbox, don't ignore it. Do your due diligence. So there's things that you could do to verify this is the SBA. If it has .gov on the end as the extension, it is the SBA. Do not just ignore emails, or you're going to be left out of $15,000, okay? Because that's how much you can potentially get through the program now. It's no longer just $10,000. It's $10,000 plus a $5,000 supplemental grant. We know these programs are, as long as the funding lasts, and it's first come, first serve. That means if you are delaying, hesitating, getting your information submitted correctly and accurately, they will move on to the next person. They don't just hold your spot indefinitely. We know that from before, okay? So this is the targeted EIDL grant for those that applied to the program on or before December 27th of 2020. This is the EIDL program, $15,000 grant opportunity here. Don't miss out. Go check out the video. I walk through how do you know if you're eligible, everything you need to know about that program, and we have even more videos on the targeted EIDL grants. Videos on the reconsideration process for the loan. If you need to go through the reconsideration process or request an increase, it is there. But this program has also been expanded with $15 billion more on top of the $20 billion. So there's definitely money coming. Be on the lookout. Again, be patient, because these are being rolled out in phases. We know the first group are those that got partial part of the 10,000, not the full part. And then the next phase will be those that didn't receive any money because they ran out of funding. That would be me. Okay. So if it's you, let me know what group you're in. Again, just be patient. And I actually spoke to the SBA, and what they are saying is that make sure you have all your information in order. I walked through all of that, what they're going to be asking you for. Have it organized and ready, and just wait and monitor your emails patiently. That's directly from the SBA. Okay, that's for the EIDL. Now, I want to talk about some of these new programs, because two in particular that are being rolled out. We're expecting actually that the shutter venue operators grant they're saying April is a target date. Shuttered operator venue, that's live venues, that's cultural arts venues. A lot of information on the SBA website. We also have videos on those. I would be doing a video on that program on Wednesday, because they provided a lot more information. So I want to bring you up to date, because that's going to be rolled out. The restaurant revitalization grant. So if you are a restaurant or in the food industry, please let me know in the comments if you're in the live venues, and this must be your primary business. Okay. The restaurant revitalization grant is so inclusive of who's considered, like even caterers, right? Food trucks, food stands. If you have a business and the primary reason for your business is people come to eat and drink, then you would qualify for this program. I mean, and these grants are of the millions of dollars, not 10,000, not 15,000. I'm talking about up to $10 million for these grant programs. Now, how this SBA is treating these differently than like the EIDL grant program is that you will need to be set up. You will need to have a DUNS number. Okay, look up Duns and Bradstreet. You will need to have a DUNS number, which means you need to have a legitimate business or registered business. There's just certain things that you have to be able to get a DUNS number. You have to get a DUNS number, and you must also be registered in the SAM tool. This is a government system, award system that they award government grants and contracts through. And you must be registered in this system. Now, it can take a few weeks to do that. So I'm telling you right now, if you are in the restaurant industry, if you are in the live venues, you want to start that process before they actually roll out the applications. Because again, the funding is going to run out. You don't want to be the last one applying. You definitely don't want to be the last one applying. So you're going to need a DUNS number, and you're going to need to be registered in SAM. Now, we just did, I have, and I will put it in the comments. I believe it's in the show notes. It is our MBE, WBE certification, a masterclass where myself and Kawana D, who is a government contracts expert, we explain how to get certified as a small business, as a minority business, as a woman business, and how to leverage those certifications to get access to billions in grants and contracts. Those that are certified businesses, and if you're certified already, let me know in the comments. This is so true. Those of us that are already certified are in better position to get a lot of these grants that have come out than other businesses. That's what helps set us apart and help us to be able to win more, because we already have what they're asking for. And so in that training, I go through everything: DUNS number, what it is, how to get it, how to get registered in SAM, and it's a process. Because they can come back, they can reject your DUNS number, then you have to go back again. They can reject your SAM registration, then you have to go back again. It's free, but you have to know how to do it. So I've heard many people say it's challenging for them to navigate SAM. I just did it over the weekend for my new business. So again, you don't want to go into it blindly. Use the tools that we have available for you to set you up for success. This is millions of dollars that you can get for your business, but you have to be in the SAM tool. It is sam.gov. So you can go to sam.gov and just get familiar with it now. I would drop the link to that in the comment, but it is sam.gov. We are not sure yet how they're going to be handling the childcare provider grants. The reason I say that is because they really separated it from when they outlined the small business grants, but it is childcare providers are small business owners, right? Whether you have a brick and mortar or you have an in-home childcare center, childcare service. These grants, okay, so the childcare is $39 billion. Okay, I'm not sure yet if the SBA is going to be the one administering it or not. They're administering all the other ones, but just in case, I would make sure that you are set up in SAM. Okay, as they roll out, as we get more information, I would do a video specifically, and probably this week, just to introduce it, to let you all know what's coming and what makes you eligible. But again, we will have like a videos on the childcare provider grants, again, up to 10 million, just depending on your business. Okay, so that is 39 billion. The restaurant revitalization grant is 28.6 billion. So they know that they're already going to be short, because the restaurant industry, they said earlier, like hundreds of billions lost in the restaurant industry. So 28.6 billion is not a lot to get through a lot of businesses, and they're anticipating they will go back to Congress and ask for more. So again, they're already instructing us and you not to hesitate and delay on this, and be ready, because definitely they won't have funding very long with all the businesses that have been impacted. Okay. And then the Shutter Venue Operators Grant is also a $15 billion program, and they extended, or they added 1.25 billion onto that amount for shuttered live venues. Okay. And also for Shuttered Live Venue Operator Grant, they are allowing you to also get PPP. So you have to know what programs you're applying for and know when not to double dip, right? So most of them you can cross, and I think the SBA actually has a guide on this, like which ones you can apply for, but you can't use the funds on the same thing, right? And like for example, unemployment, you can't be on unemployment at the same time that you're on PPP. You can't get you can't be applying for or getting the employee retention tax credit on the same period of time that you're getting PPP funds. So this is where organization in your business really is going to be important. Really having your accounting systems and reporting is going to be really important. All of these programs, you will need to show some receipts. And I know people have challenges. They said they wish that there wasn't this requirement to have to be able to show 25% or 30% decrease in revenues. But if you are managing your business properly and accounting for all your sales and expenses using accounting systems, this should be relatively easy for you because it's really a push of a button in your accounting system. Okay. So if you don't have those things in order, this is the time to get them in order. Again, use our tools that we have, our winning grant application cheat sheet, and we have also our win grants with these masterclass bundle that is available, has helped so many get thousands in grants. Okay. So this is really important. This is the time to make getting money a priority for you and your business. How much grant money do you need? Let me know in the comments, how much do you need in order for your business to be stabilized in this time, in this season, right? It's different for every single business. But you need to know that for yourselves, right? You need to know that and how you're going to use the money. And all of these different programs, how specific, they tell you exactly what you're using the money on. And as always, I have to remind people that it is for business. These grants are not for personal use. And it's also not to grow and expand your business, right? So it's not to be you. And they will tell you that. It's not like the restaurant grant. They specifically said, like someone asked, can I use the restaurant revitalization grant to go purchase a new restaurant? No. To go buy a new building? No. It is for you to pay for expenses, to get to any operational expenses or technology, just depending on the program, that you need to get back to the levels that you were pre-COVID. Okay. So they're very specific in outlining the eligibility, the terms and conditions. It is upon you to really read through all of what they're asking for regarding the program before you apply. Okay. So there's a lot. Okay, you see there's a lot there. Okay, so but those are the primary updates for today. Like I said, I will be on tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern discussing in detail the restaurant revitalization grant fund for all of you all that have food, are in the food industry, they have restaurants. So that is you, or you know someone who is, please have them tune in or catch the replay tomorrow so you can get prepared for that grant opportunity. And then on Wednesday, I'll be discussing the Shuttered Live venue. And then I will determine what I'm going to be talking about the rest of the week. But be on the call again with the interim director, deputy director of the Economic Council. That is going to be really good and helpful for us to know how the plan is going to be benefiting us going forward. So that is the update for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, continue to be the boss with amplified impact. Continue to stay safe out there and stay in good health. Have a wonderful day.